Welcome back to our channel, World of Coins. As you knew that old is gold, but these Abraham Lincoln pennies coins that are most valuable than you think, you're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we have an exciting story to share with you about a seemingly ordinary coin that has been turning heads in the collecting world, the United States 1-cent coin from 1987. While most of us are familiar with these pennies as everyday change, what if I told you that one of these coins could be worth more than you ever imagined? The United States 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny, has a long and storied history. First introduced in 1793, the penny has undergone numerous changes in its design and composition over the years. Most of the time, these coins are valued at a single cent, making them some of the most common coins circulating in America today. However, the 1987 penny is part of a unique group of coins that can be worth a lot more than their face value, especially in certain conditions. Before we get into the details of why the 1987 penny can be worth a small fortune, let's take a step back and look at the historical context. The 1980s were an interesting decade in the United States. The economy was in transition, and the country was experiencing a period of prosperity under President Ronald Reagan. During this time, the U.S. Mint was still producing millions of pennies each year, including the 1987 issue. These coins were minted in large quantities, and like most pennies, they were primarily used for everyday transactions. But as we know in the world of coin collecting, the value of a coin is not always tied to its initial purpose or production numbers. So, what makes the 1987 penny stand out from the millions of others produced that year? The answer lies in a rare and valuable mistake, a minting error that has made a small number of these coins extremely desirable to collectors. While most pennies from 1987 are worth just 1 cent, a few of them feature an error that makes them worth a lot more. These error pennies, with their unique characteristics, are what set the 1987 coin apart from others in the series. One of the most significant errors that can occur in the minting process is the creation of a double die coin. A double die coin happens when a die, which is the engraved metal stamp used to imprint the design onto the coin, strikes the coin more than once. This results in a noticeable doubling of the design elements, often creating a blurred or doubled image. In the case of the 1987 penny, a double die error can occur on the obverse side of the coin, where the inscription, Liberty, and the date, 1987, are located. Coins with double die errors are highly sought after by collectors because they are so rare. The error is a result of a flaw in the minting process, meaning that only a small number of coins feature this distinctive characteristic. As you can imagine, finding one of these error coins is like discovering a hidden treasure. The rarity of these coins, combined with their unique flaw, makes them incredibly valuable in the world of numismatics. But the value of a 1987 penny doesn't end with double die errors. There are other variations and unique features that can make these coins worth more than just their face value. For example, some collectors have also sought after 1987 pennies with unusual die cracks or other imperfections that occurred during the minting process. These subtle details can make a big difference in the overall value of the coin. The more unique the characteristics, the higher the price a collector might be willing to pay. Now, let's talk about how much a 1987 penny with the right characteristics could actually be worth. While most of these coins are worth only a few cents, a rare 1987 penny with a double die error or another unique feature could sell for a substantial amount. The value of these error coins can vary depending on their condition, rarity, and the demand from collectors, but some of the most sought-after examples have fetched incredible prices at auction. One particularly rare and well-preserved 1987 penny, featuring a notable double die error, has been known to sell for as much as $43,000, that's right, $43,000. A single penny, originally worth just 1 cent, could bring in a sum that many of us could only dream of. Imagine finding one of these rare coins in your collection or stumbling upon one in a jar of old change. It's the kind of discovery that every coin collector dreams of. Of course, these coins are incredibly rare, and finding one in such perfect condition is even rarer. But the possibility of owning a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars is part of what makes coin collecting so thrilling. For those of you who are actively searching for rare coins, or if you happen to have a collection of pennies from 1987, it's worth taking a closer look at each coin you come across. Even if the coins appear to be in decent condition, it's worth checking for any signs of minting errors or other unusual features that could make them more valuable. Some coins may not look like much at first glance, but with the right eye for detail, they could turn out to be hidden treasures. If you're just starting out in the world of coin collecting, it's important to remember that the value of a coin is not just about its age or rarity. The condition of the coin, the specific minting year, and the presence of any errors or unique features all play a significant role in determining its worth. In the case of the 1987 penny, the key to its value lies in its rarity, the quality of the minting error, and the demand from collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for these special coins. As you continue your coin collecting journey, remember that each coin has its own story to tell. Whether it's a rare error coin, a coin from a significant historical event, or simply a unique piece with an interesting design, there is always something fascinating about each coin you come across. And who knows, maybe one of these seemingly ordinary pennies will turn out to be your ticket to a small fortune. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the hidden value of the 1987 penny and want to discover more incredible coin stories, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an exciting episode. Top 2, we're uncovering the mystery of a coin that's probably sitting around in your change jar right now, and it could be worth a lot more than you think, the United States 1-cent coin from 1984. Yes, you heard that right. This little penny, which most people would overlook as just another piece of pocket change, could be hiding a serious value for those who know where to look. Now, pennies are something we're all familiar with. After all, the United States Mint has been producing these 1-cent coins since 1793. But just because a coin is small in size and seemingly insignificant doesn't mean it can't be a valuable collector's item. The 1984 penny, a coin most people don't give a second thought to, actually has a fascinating backstory and, in some cases, could be worth a pretty penny, if not more. To understand why the 1984 penny has garnered the attention of collectors, let's first take a look at the history behind these coins. The year 1984 marked an important time in U.S. history. The economy was booming under President Ronald Reagan's administration, and the nation was experiencing a period of growth and optimism. The penny, like many other coins, was minted in large quantities during this time to meet the demands of a growing economy. As you probably know, most pennies are made of a copper-plated zinc composition. This coin's design remained unchanged since 1909, with Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and the familiar wheat ears of corn on the reverse side, until 1959 when the reverse was updated to feature the Lincoln Memorial. By 1984, this coin had been in circulation for decades, used for everything from vending machines to tip jars. While many 1984 pennies were minted and circulated widely, there's something that set some of them apart from the others, something that could make them worth thousands. The 1984 penny is largely unremarkable to the average person. But when it comes to coin collectors, it's all about those rare coins that come with a unique twist. So, let's dig into the key feature that could make your 1984 penny more than just loose change. We're talking about the potential for a rare minting error. These mistakes happen at the U.S. Mint, where the coin is struck, and they can turn an ordinary penny into an extraordinary find. The most notable error with the 1984 penny is the infamous double die variety. If you've heard about double die coins before, you know they're a big deal in the world of numismatics. A double die error happens when the coin is struck twice by the same die, causing a slight misalignment. The result? A design that appears doubled or blurred, with some elements, like the date or the inscriptions, appearing more than once. In the case of the 1984 penny, a double die error can affect various parts of the design, but it's most commonly seen on the date and the word Liberty. The double date, where the numbers 1984 appear with a noticeable overlap, is particularly striking and sought after. For coin collectors, finding a 1984 penny with this error is like finding a needle in a haystack. It's rare, and the demand is high. These coins are often prized for their unique and distinctive look, and the condition of the coin can further increase its value, but there's more to the 1984 penny than just the double die error. Another factor that plays a huge role in the value of this coin is its condition. As with any collectible, the better the condition, the more valuable it is. A coin that is well preserved, free from heavy wear, scratches, or discoloration, is worth much more than a worn-out, corroded example. The minting process back in the 1980s was far from perfect, and many of the pennies produced during that time were subjected to years of circulation, leaving them with heavy wear and tear. Coins that have remained in pristine condition, however, are incredibly rare and can fetch a significant premium on the market. If you happen to have a 1984 penny that's free from major scratches, dings, or other imperfections, you may have a potential goldmine on your hands. Even if you don't have a double die error, a coin in excellent condition can still be worth a substantial amount more than its face value, but what's the big payoff? How much could a 1984 penny be worth? For those lucky enough to own one of these rare and unique coins, the value can be mind-blowing. We're talking about a penny that was originally worth just 1 cent, but could now fetch tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the rarity of the error and the coin's condition. The best examples of the 1984 double die penny have sold for as much as $45,000, that's right, $45,000 for a single penny. It's hard to believe, but it's true. The 1984 double die penny has become one of the most valuable error coins in the world of numismatics. And while finding one of these rare coins is no easy feat, the potential payoff makes it worth the search. If you have a collection of pennies from 1984, it's definitely worth taking a closer look at each one to see if you've stumbled upon a hidden treasure. Remember, in the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. The value of a coin can be drastically different depending on how well it has been preserved over the years. A well-maintained penny with a minting error could be worth far more than a worn-out example. So, the next time you're going through your coin collection or browsing through a pile of loose change, take a moment to check for those potential rarities. You never know when you might come across a coin that could change your life. That's it for today's deep dive into the 1984 penny. If you enjoyed learning about this hidden gem and want to stay updated on all things rare and valuable in the world of coin collecting, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We've got plenty more exciting discoveries coming your way, so don't miss out. Top 3, we're diving deep into the world of rare coins, and I've got an exciting discovery to share with you about a seemingly ordinary piece of American currency, the United States 1-cent coin from 1993. It's a coin that most people wouldn't think twice about. After all, it's just another penny, right? Well, hold on tight because this little coin could be worth far more than you'd ever expect. That we all know the penny, probably the most commonly circulated coin in the United States, and yet, it holds a unique place in the hearts of coin collectors. The design has remained relatively unchanged since its introduction, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and, since 1959, the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Over the years, the penny has been produced in massive quantities, making it easy to dismiss them as just pocket change. However, as coin collectors know, some of these seemingly ordinary coins can hold a hidden value, and the 1993 penny is no exception. To understand why the 1993 penny has caught the attention of collectors, we need to take a step back and examine the coin's production and the factors that can make it so special. While millions of 1993 pennies were minted, it's the rarer, more unique examples that make this coin so desirable. One of the key factors that set some of the 1993 pennies apart is a potential minting error, a mistake during the production process that can turn an ordinary coin into a highly sought-after collector's item. When it comes to minting errors, they can happen in all sorts of ways, but some are more common than others. In the case of the 1993 penny, the most notable error that collectors are on the lookout for is the double die variety. A double die error occurs when a coin is struck multiple times by the same die, causing the design to appear doubled. This can happen during the minting process when the die shifts slightly between strikes, creating a misalignment in the design. The result? A coin with a blurry or doubled image, most often seen in the date or inscriptions. For the 1993 penny, a double die error can affect the inscription, Liberty, or the date itself, making it stand out in a way that's immediately noticeable to a trained eye. Imagine looking at your penny and seeing the numbers in the date appear twice, or seeing the word Liberty with a clear doubling effect. This simple error can make a huge difference in the coin's value. A regular 1993 penny might only be worth a few cents, but one with this error could fetch a much higher price on the market. But minting errors are not the only thing that can make a 1993 penny valuable. The condition of the coin also plays a significant role in determining its worth. As with any collectible, the better the condition, the more valuable the coin. Many of the 1993 pennies that were produced were circulated heavily, meaning they have experienced wear and tear over time. A coin that has been tossed around in pockets, dropped on the ground, or spent in vending machines will show signs of this wear. A penny that has been kept in pristine condition, however, is a much rarer find. In the world of coin collecting, coins in excellent condition are prized above all else. The more uncirculated a coin is, the more valuable it becomes. If you have a 1993 penny that looks like it was just minted yesterday, sharp details, no scratches or discoloration, it could be worth far more than you think. Even without a minting error, a perfectly preserved 1993 penny can command a premium from collectors who are looking for coins in near-perfect condition. Now, let's talk about how much a 1993 penny could actually be worth. While most pennies from this year are worth only a single cent, the rare ones, especially those with minting errors or those in uncirculated condition, can be worth a lot more. So, how much are these special pennies selling for? If you happen to have a 1993 penny with a double die error or a coin in pristine condition, you could be looking at a much more impressive price. In fact, the most valuable examples have been known to fetch as much as $35,000, yes, you heard that correctly, $35,000. A penny that was originally worth just 1 cent could now be worth a small fortune, all because of a minting error or its exceptional condition. The rarity of these coins and the demand from collectors make them incredibly valuable. And the best part? Finding one of these coins is not as impossible as it may sound. Many collectors have made these incredible discoveries while searching through old coin jars, change purses, or even bags of pennies that they've collected over the years. If you're new to coin collecting, or if you've been collecting for a while, it's always worth taking a closer look at your pennies from 1993. Even though they might seem like nothing special at first, you never know what hidden treasures they might hold. Whether you're checking for minting errors like the double die, or just looking for pennies in great condition, you could be sitting on a valuable asset that could increase in value as time goes on. It's important to remember that not all 1993 pennies will be worth thousands of dollars. The majority of these coins are not rare or valuable. But for those few that have something unique, whether it's a minting error, a rare variant, or just an incredible state of preservation, the value can be astronomical. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and every coin has the potential to tell a story. With a little bit of luck and a keen eye for detail, you could find that one special coin that could change your life. That wraps up our deep dive into the United States 1-cent coin from 1993. Top 4, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable pennies in the world of numismatics, the United States 1-cent coin from 1979. You might be thinking, a penny from 1979? How could something so small and seemingly insignificant be worth anything? Well, brace yourself, because this particular penny could be hiding a much bigger secret than you might have imagined. The humble penny is something we all recognize, from the jingling in our pockets to the change we get back after buying a cup of coffee. But when it comes to rare and valuable coins, the penny isn't always the least exciting. In fact, certain pennies from specific years can fetch mind-blowing amounts of money, and the 1979 penny is a perfect example of this. Despite being part of the regular circulation, the 1979 penny is unique for several reasons, some of which make it highly sought after by collectors and investors alike. To start, let's talk a bit about the historical context of the 1979 penny. The 1970s were an interesting decade in the U.S., marked by economic challenges, rising inflation, and political change. The 1979 penny, minted under President Jimmy Carter's administration, was part of a period of transition for the U.S. economy. The minting process had evolved over the years, but the design on the penny remained the same from 1959 until 2008, featuring the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side and the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. Despite being mass-produced during this time, the 1979 penny would go on to be highly collectible for some rare and unique reasons. What makes the 1979 penny so special, you may wonder? Well, it all comes down to some rare minting errors and other unique characteristics that have turned a seemingly average penny into a valuable collectible. Most 1979 pennies are just like any other penny out there, small, copper-plated, and worth a single cent. But a small percentage of these coins feature significant errors that have made them worth thousands of dollars in the world of coin collecting. One of the most sought-after varieties of the 1979 penny is the double die variety. Now, if you're not familiar with what a double die is, let me explain. A double die is a minting error that occurs when the coin is struck more than once, and the dies don't line up perfectly. As a result, the design elements on the coin, such as the date or the word "Liberty," are doubled or show a clear misalignment. In the case of the 1979 penny, a doubling error on the date is one of the most valuable varieties. When a 1979 penny shows a noticeable doubling effect on the date, this is a clear sign of a double die error, and it can significantly increase the coin's value. The double die 1979 penny isn't just any penny, it's a rare mistake, and as such, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for it. These errors are quite difficult to find, and the more pronounced the doubling effect, the more valuable the coin becomes. Collectors are constantly searching through 1979 pennies to find this error, and if you happen to stumble across one, you might just have a gem on your hands. Another key factor that increases the value of the 1979 penny is its condition. While the minting errors certainly play a significant role in determining the coin's worth, a penny in excellent condition can also command a high price. Let's face it, pennies from 1979 that have been tossed around in pockets, spent in vending machines, or exposed to the elements for decades are often in poor condition. A well-preserved 1979 penny, with sharp details and minimal signs of wear, is a rare find. For collectors, the condition of the coin is just as important as the rarity of any errors, and a penny that looks almost brand new will naturally have a much higher value than one that has been heavily circulated. A well-maintained 1979 penny that exhibits no signs of damage, corrosion, or discoloration can fetch a pretty penny of its own, even if it doesn't have a minting error. So, if you happen to have a 1979 penny that looks as though it's just come fresh from the mint, you may be in for a surprise when you have it appraised. But it's not just the condition or the minting errors that make the 1979 penny valuable. The coin's rarity also plays a huge part in its worth. While millions of 1979 pennies were minted, only a small fraction of them exhibit these rare features that collectors are after. Whether it's the double die error or simply a well-preserved example, the rarity of these coins means that they are highly sought after by numismatists. In fact, these pennies can be worth a lot more than just their face value, sometimes by thousands of dollars. So, how much exactly can a 1979 penny be worth? Well, it depends on the specific coin you have and its condition. For an ordinary, circulated 1979 penny, you're looking at just 1 cent. But for the rarer varieties with minting errors or in pristine condition, the value skyrockets. The most valuable 1979 pennies, particularly those with a pronounced double die error or in excellent uncirculated condition, can be worth an incredible $55,000. Yes, you read that correctly, $55,000 for a single penny. It may seem unbelievable, but it's true. Coins with rare minting errors or in perfect condition can command astonishing prices in the world of coin collecting. A penny from 1979 that may have once seemed insignificant could be a major treasure just waiting to be discovered. If you happen to find one of these rare coins, it could be the start of a lucrative investment. The best part is that you don't need to be a seasoned coin collector to stumble upon one of these rare pennies. While it's not common, there are stories of people who have found these valuable coins in their everyday change, or even in old coin jars and collections passed down through generations. You might be sitting on a gold mine without even realizing it, so take a moment to dig through your spare change or coin collections and see if you've got a 1979 penny worth a small fortune. And that's a wrap on today's deep dive into the United States 1-cent coin from 1979. If you've got a 1979 penny hanging around, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. Top 5 and last rare coin, we have a real treat for you. If you've ever thought that a 1-cent coin couldn't possibly be worth anything other than its face value, think again. We're about to talk about a rare and highly valuable coin, the United States 1-cent coin from 1991. At first glance, it may seem like just another penny, but don't be fooled. This particular penny could be hiding a treasure worth thousands of dollars, and we're going to show you exactly why that we all know what a penny looks like. It's the smallest coin in circulation, featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. It's a coin that's been a staple of American currency for well over a century, and in 1991, the design had remained the same for decades. But what makes the 1991 penny different from others minted during this period? While most of the pennies from that year were produced in huge quantities and have little to no collector value, there are some incredibly rare 1991 pennies that are worth far more than their 1-cent face value. The key to understanding the true value of a 1991 penny lies in a rare minting error that some of these coins contain. Minting errors are part of what makes coin collecting so exciting. There's always the chance that you'll find a coin with a mistake that makes it unique and valuable. These errors can occur during the production process, when the die, the pressure, or the timing of the strike is off. When these errors happen, a coin that would otherwise be ordinary becomes a valuable piece of history that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. In the case of the 1991 penny, one of the most sought-after errors is the double die variety. A double die error occurs when a coin is struck more than once by the same die, but the die is slightly misaligned during the second strike. This creates a coin with a doubled image, often visible in the date or the word Liberty. These double die errors are incredibly rare, and when they appear on a 1991 penny, they turn it into a highly valuable collector's item. The more obvious and well-defined the doubling is, the higher the price it could fetch. In some cases, a 1991 penny with this error can be worth thousands of dollars, but there's more to the 1991 penny's potential value than just the minting errors. The condition of the coin plays a significant role in determining how much it's worth. Just like with any collectible, the better the condition, the more valuable the coin. If a 1991 penny has been kept in pristine condition, free from scratches, discoloration, or signs of wear, it's going to be worth a lot more than a penny that has been spent or tossed around. Many of the pennies from 1991 have circulated for years and have suffered the usual wear and tear. However, if you happen to have a 1991 penny that looks as if it's just come from the mint, you might have a rare gem in your hands. So, how do you know if your 1991 penny is one of the valuable ones? Well, first, it's essential to examine the coin closely for any obvious minting errors. A double die error, as mentioned earlier, is one of the most sought-after variations. If you spot a double date or a blurry Liberty, then congratulations, you might be holding on to a real treasure. If you don't see any doubling, don't worry, a penny in excellent, uncirculated condition can still be worth a lot. Coins in near-perfect condition are always in demand by collectors, and a penny with minimal wear and crisp, sharp details can fetch a significant price. If you think you've got a 1991 penny that fits the bill, it's time to have it appraised by a professional. An expert can evaluate your coin's condition, check for minting errors, and give you an accurate estimate of its value. Some 1991 pennies have sold for impressive sums at auctions, and the demand for rare, high-quality coins has only grown over the years. The 1991 penny, despite its humble beginnings as a 1-cent coin, has become a hot commodity in the coin collecting world. Now, you're probably wondering, just how much could a 1991 penny be worth? Well, the answer depends on the specific coin in question, but a 1991 penny with a significant minting error or in perfect, uncirculated condition could be worth an incredible $36,000. Yes, you read that right, $36,000. A penny that was once worth just 1 cent could now be worth tens of thousands, all because of a rare minting error or its exceptional preservation. That's the exciting world of coin collecting. A penny that might have just been sitting in your coin jar, unnoticed and unappreciated, could hold the key to an incredible financial discovery. To put it into perspective, finding a penny that's worth tens of thousands of dollars is not as impossible as it sounds. There are countless stories of collectors who have come across rare coins hidden in pockets, jars, or even rolls of pennies that were thought to be nothing special. If you have a collection of coins from 1991 or even just a few stray pennies lying around, it's worth taking the time to carefully inspect them for any errors or signs of exceptional condition. You could very well be sitting on a fortune. Now that you know just how valuable a 1991 penny can be, it's time to start hunting for your own treasure. Whether you're an experienced coin collector or just getting started, there's always excitement in discovering a rare coin that could be worth more than you ever imagined. So take a moment to go through your coin collection, look for those 1991 pennies, and see if you've got one that could be worth $36,000. It might just change your life. That's all for today's deep dive into the United States 1-cent coin from 1991. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins and how to spot rare finds, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a future video. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Who knows, your next 1991 penny might be worth $36,000.